Riley Dimitri interviews Jerry McKay about his service in the Marine Corps and in the Vietnam War. Tell me about one of the most important people in your life.
I would say probably one of the most important people in my life, a lady by the name of Bonnie Clark. I have several important people in my life, including my grandchildren, the children of Will and Christy Clark, my children, my banker, and probably the Bounds boys. What else?
What are some important / valuable lessons you have learned in your life?
To never take anything for granted. Always stop, look, and listen. Knowledge is a man's best weapon.
Tell me about how you would like people to remember you.
I would like people to remember me that I was always a man of my word. Whatever I said I would do, I would do. I believed in the work ethic, and I always tried to put that into all of my children and grandchildren.
Will you be willing to share an important, happy, or sad memory with me?
Yes, I would.
When were you in the military? Which branch did you serve?
I was in the United States Marine Corps.
Oh, okay. What motivated you to join?
Probably because my grandparents and my grandfather and my dad were in the military, serving in World War I, World War II, and I felt that because America was at war with the Vietnamese people from North Vietnam, that I was willing to do my part to prevent communism from spreading around the world. So I enlisted. Secondly, I enlisted because I didn't want to be drafted into the Army. I wanted to choose to join the Marine Corps because I felt that the training would suffice me in combat better than any other branch of service.
Okay. Can you describe your daily life while you were serving?
Well, my daily life in the United States, while I was stationed in the United States, was that I would probably be on duty by 6 o'clock each morning, training constantly for whatever the need might be if I were called into direct battle. Secondly, in the Vietnam War, my day consisted of just surviving from one moment to the next, hour to hour, day to day, month to month. That's about it.
Did you serve in a war zone? When and where?
I served in a war zone in Vietnam.
Can you describe your transition from military to civilian life?
The transition was pretty hard. You were trained to be very in aggressive mode in the Marine Corps, in the Vietnam War, for self-preservation. When I got out of the Marine Corps, especially when I came back from Vietnam, I always felt that I needed to be back with the men that I was leading and serving with, and trying to protect them and direct them in a way that would get them back home. I never liked to be around crowds when I come home, probably because you'd lose that confidence of being able to protect yourself from any force that might be willing to harm you.
If you were given the chance or opportunity, would you serve again?
Yes, I would.
Are there any other important or interesting stories that you would like to share?
Well, I'll give you an interesting story. When I was in Vietnam, I stole a generator from the Navy. and I took it back to where we were, had a security force on the river, on a bridge. We're acting security there. We didn't have electricity, so I thought if I stole that generator from the Navy guys, we would have electricity. But as my captain found out that I had stole this, he called me for office hours, which I was reprimanded and told to return the generator back to the Navy base and see the acting CO or officer of the day, which I did do. In saying that, in response to me taking it back, the Navy officer of the day, or the commanding officer, told me that if I had guts enough to steal that generator, I should have kept it. And nothing else was done
Yeah.
as far as reprimanding me. Before I, in answer to your question, about my being asked to be part of the CIA, I was contacted by CIA recruiter, a major, who was dressed as a Marine. Because of the training that I have with in the Marine Corps, I would fit their organization very well. I had a top secret clearance with the government, and I was asked to be willing to join the CIA because it's not part of a military as such, they couldn't force me to become a member. That's all volunteer. I asked my wife at the time, which was Carol McKay, if she thought that's something that she would be willing to go along with, and she says absolutely not. I asked the man where I would be stationed at in the CIA, and he said, well, you speak fluent Spanish, and because of the clearance you have and the cryptology knowledge that you have of secret documents and so forth, that I'd probably be stationed to begin with in South America. At which time he gave me a phone number and told me if I was willing to be part of their elite organization, that I should call him or call this number and give him a confirmation. If not, I was to call him and give him a confirmation with a simple answer of no and a number he gave me. And that was the end of my CIA experience.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Keywords: important people, valuable lessons, remembrance, memories, Marine Corps, motivation, schedule, Vietnam, transition, would he do it again? Extra stories, CIA, the life of Jerry McKay. Thank you.